going to be a short video over systems of inequalities. Now, we've done systems of equations where it's just two lines that are intersecting. But when you're dealing with systems of inequalities, the shaded areas also matter. And for the most part, this is going to be something that's going to be done in the calculator, and then we're just going to match. And so we're going to type this in. I do want you to notice I copied this and put it down here because my calculator is going to cover that up. So I don't want you to think this is normally here, but it's just done to make this go a little bit quicker. So we're going to go to graphs, delete 6, and we are typing in y is less than or equal to, make sure you get that symbol right, 2x plus 1. All right, so one of the most important parts to this is you've got to pay attention to the color of the shading. Okay, so I'm not going to type both of them in and then go look at this. You're going to type one in and you're going to take a good look at this. This is pink. And I want you to see the area that this pink covers right here. Okay, and so this is going to be important. So then we're going to hit tab and we're going to type in 2x minus 5y is less than or equal to, so that symbol right there, 10. Now, before I hit enter, once again, I'm stressing, this area right here is pink, okay? All right, so as we hit enter, watch what color pops up. Green popped up, okay? And so we got this pink area and we got this green area now, and the answer is going to be where the pink area and the green area intersect each other, where they meet. And it's this gray area right here. And so if you're not paying attention to the colors, if you just go type it in and then go and look at everything, then it can kind of get confusing because you see 3 different colors. You're like, what's my answer? But if you're paying attention as this pops up, then you know that the pink area is intersecting with the green area, and it formed this gray area right here, and this gray area is my solution. And so I can already look at these two and see, you know, this is the green area. That's not what I'm looking for. This is the white area. That's definitely not what I'm looking for. And so I'm looking for this area right here, and that's going to be this area right here. So the solution is simply going to be where the two shaded areas intersect and make that. And of course, I know this is gray and that was gray. It won't always be gray, and you'll see that as we go on. But it's where they intersect that forms our solution. All right, let's see if we can take a look at another one. So we have graphs, delete 6. So delete 6, and we're going to type in y is greater than or equal to a negative 1/2. So minus 1/2 x minus 2. All right, so we're going to hit enter. So we want to take a look at this. So we got this orange area, and this is what it looks like right here. Then we're going to hit tab, and we're going to put in y is greater than, and then x plus 1. Hit enter. All right, so I'm looking, so we got this brown area, so we got the brown and the orange that are intersecting, and they intersect right here. Okay, so this brown area and this orange area, they intersect right there. So we're looking for that solution. And there's a couple other things that we want to pay attention to as well. Now, I can tell it's definitely not that one. That doesn't even match. The lines don't even match there. So it looks like all 3 of these are all close to the same, but the one that has this area right here where the orange and the brown are intersecting would be this one right here. So A is going to be my answer. But I also want to notice that, you know, this has 2 dashed lines. So, you know, the dashed lines can matter too. So we can see that's a solid line, that's a dashed line, and so it definitely couldn't be that one. So it was left to those. But you never know. You may have a question where it looks like this, and maybe it's shaded in right here, and they look like they match, and it comes down to, is it solid or dashed? I want to remind you, you can roll over those lines to tell if it's solid or dashed. All right, so let's take a look at another one. So I'm only going to do one of these, so I'm going to go ahead and cover this one up. So I'm only going to do this one, but sometimes they give you the graph. I will say I would doubt that they show all 3 shaded areas, but they do on this particular problem. They're usually just going to show, I think, that dark shaded area. But what they want you to do here is they want you to type these in and see which one matches this. Now, I have a lot of kids that look at this and they're like, oh, that's too many equations to type in. I don't want to do it. So I'm going to show you a little trick that I would personally do to make things go a little bit quicker. So we're going to go to Graphs, delete 6. And then what we're going to do is we're not going to type in both of these. We're just going to type in one of these. And so I'm just going to type in that top one right there. And then we're going to look and see, does that match either one of my lines? So we're going to hit is greater than 4x plus 1 and hit enter. And so I see this line right here, and you know, I'm going, okay, what kind of looks like this right here? So I'm thinking it's pretty good, but we need to roll over it and see, is it solid or dashed? And that's a dashed line. This one here that I thought it matched this line right here is a solid line. So no, this is not going to be it. And so there's no point in typing in this one because this one didn't match. So this is not it. So I looked down at B and I noticed that A and B are almost the same except for this has a solid line. So I'm just going to quickly hit Tab. I'm going to go up and edit this one and just delete and switch that to the greater than or equal to, hit enter. And now when I roll over this, you can see it has a solid line. So now I'm liking this. So this could be my answer, but we're not saying it is yet. We're just saying now we can feel free to type in this second one because I know this one matches. So if you type in the first one and look and see if it matches, then you'll know whether or not it's worth typing in the second one. And that can save you a little bit of time. So we hit Tab. We'll type in 4x. And by the way, I don't want you to think that because the first one matches that the second one always will, because we'll do questions all the time without, kids will match one, they're like, oh, this has got to be my answer. And I say that because it looks like this one does. And so I don't want you to think that that always works out to where, you know, if the first one matches, then the second one will automatically match, because that doesn't always happen. But we type this one in, you can see this red area is intersecting the blue area right here, and so that matches right there. You can also see a solid line and a dashed line match as well, so yes, B is going to be my answer. But like I said, I don't want you to think that just typing in the first one and matching that means that that's always going to be your answer, because it won't be. So always type in that second one and confirm. All right, guys, I hope this helps.